Cheers.
Hi, welcome. Let's have a little chit chat while I commute to work. I'm Lobe, a UX designer currently working in Cameroon. Some of you will be wondering, what is UX? UX stands for User Experience Design, which is about enhancing the experience that people have while interacting with the product. A product in this case can be an app or a website, such as WhatsApp, Facebook, and TikTok. In this video, I'll be taking you through my day as a solo designer in the company, my day to day tasks, challenges, and you also get to see me interacting with my colleagues. So let's get started. I usually arrive the office around 8:30 on good days, and I work for a software development company which has expertise, gaming solutions, fintech solutions, and more. To start my day, I love a good breakfast. As a typical dollar girl, I have bread for breakfast with green tea or coffee. I also use this time to catch up with my colleagues and get my adrenaline pumped for the day. As a
Cheers.
UX designer, my main responsibilities are to create intuitive and visually appealing designs that enhance the user experience. My design workflow starts by researching user needs and analyzing data to understand the target audience. Then, I create wireframes and prototypes to test my designs and get feedback from users and stakeholders. Meet Nora, Marketing and Communications. I'm currently sharing a website prototype so she can provide website content.
Alright, so she's taking the link.
As a solo designer on the team, I dedicate 30 to 45 minutes to check my emails, reply Skype messages, and schedule meetings. And also, I write down my to do list for the day so I don't get distracted. A little background story: I joined this company as the only UX designer with no design process to follow, and my job was to make websites and apps look nice. As a newbie, I expected to find a senior designer who would walk me through and mentor me while I catch my balance. But that wasn't the case. So yeah, it was a tough ride, but with every challenge, you need to find solutions to adapt. I mean, that's all I do for a living, finding and solving issues. So yeah, 5 things I did to navigate working as a solo UX designer. So here is tip number one: stay curious and keep learning. Being the only designer on the team can be really demanding with the pressing deadlines and lots of meetings. But you can also use this opportunity to learn and grow. So personally, when planning my days, I dedicate 45 minutes to an hour for learning. I read articles, watch tutorials on YouTube, browse design communities, and see what everyone else is up to, what the trends are, and of course, grab myself some few tips and tricks that could fasten my workflow. Also, when I'm off work, I love exploring other projects to keep me inspired and upgrade my skills and still have the fresh ideas when I get back to work. Tip number two: get other teams involved. I know it sucks to feel like an island with where you have no one that can understand what you're going through. Yeah, to overcome this, you need to educate your team about the role as a UX designer. Explain your role and the value that UX design brings to the team and the product. Especially working in a company where the UX maturity is low, you'll find a lot of misconception around your job. People will think your job is just to make the font size bigger or changing the logo color, but that's not the case. So, when presenting your design work, you need to always give context, include the user journey, the scenarios. Don't only show the final product, show and walk through your design process, your design thinking. Include other outputs like information architecture, usability test results, and also when presenting, share the logic behind your design decision. So it's not just a wild imagination, rather a decision driven by data. Tip number three: prioritize your work. As a solo UX designer, there's a likelihood that you have to wear many hats and navigate through the entire design process all by yourself. And that could be very exhausting. So you have to assess effort versus impact. For example, you could choose to embark on 3 weeks of user research, or you could take a day and run a workshop with customer service to find out what the users are saying about the product, and that could help you. because no stakeholder want to give you 3 weeks of just research. So you need to optimize and find the shortest way possible to do what you still have to do. Or for example, instead of designing a design system from scratch, you could also adopt a popular design system that are working and are being used by other products similar to what you're trying to do. For me, as a single designer in the team, there's hardly time for me to conduct a full user research due to the multiple design tasks I'm on. Therefore, it's a good metric for me to ask for data collected from tools like Hotjar. Tip number 4, find a mentor. Yeah, I know I think for me, this point stands out the most. Having a mentor with 10 extra design career, he will debunk all the myths of product design or the senior role he has and hold your hand and ease your way into climbing the design ladder. Personally, I still don't have a mentor. I know. I'm looking forward to having one very soon. But in the meantime, I sign up to APD list and schedule calls with senior designer from other companies and share whatever challenge I'm currently facing. And yeah, it's always a great time. And the final tip number 5, work on your soft skills. Guys, I think, wow, emphasis on this, work on your soft skills, because as a UX designer, you spend 80% of your time interacting with users, stakeholders, and developers. So you have to make sure your communication, your confidence is top of the game. Okay, yeah. So the next thing about soft skills that you need to know is how to articulate your thoughts when presenting or passing across a message. You need to make sure that you're conveying the right emotions and you're articulating your thoughts properly, or else your work is going to be underlooked. Meet Fabrice, photographer and marketing. I'm about going to have my lunch, but first meet some of my interesting colleagues.
Say hi. What's your name?
Meet my benchy, Franklin, software developer,
What do you do for
crazy guy.
Software developer, and I'm in Emily's blog for free.
Hi.
Nathan, backend expert. Today for lunch, I'm going to have a pizza bolognese. This pizza was so yummy with the slushy. Well, my slushy had melted at this point, but it was really good.
But recently I just don't care. I'm a new bitch with a new style, got a new car and a new house, and I'm dyeing my hair, and I finally feeling like.
Yeah, tell us now. What do you do for a living?
Well, I just have money for a living.
You just have money. You just have money for a living. Are you a babalawo?
Been a long day, I just wanna lay down and sleep on my bed. But you stuck in my head, I don't know why. Wish that you were next to me, cause it's been a long day. I just wanna lay down and sleep on my bed. But you stuck in my head, I don't know why. Wish that you were next to me. Next to me, you keep testing me. I knew that we were meant to be, the connection was mentally, but I wanted you physically. Basically, I'm trying to say is that your body is heavenly, chemically inducing me with ecstasy. The smile in your eye.
Thank you so much for sticking to the end of this video. If you like more videos like this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in my next one.
See you another time. Peace.
Next to me, you keep